So you know the fruit guy the other night that asked me to put strawberries up the back door? I feel like he found my page because I had someone last night asking to do the exact same thing but in custom form. You can't do food stuff on that site, so again I declined him and he settled for a regular backdoor video instead. I don't really talk about my online stuff much on here, but it's still a big part of what I do. I started because, to be honest, I'm pretty lazy and I didn't want to work a 9 to 5. I wanted to work on my own schedule, my own hours, and I didn't want to have a boss telling me what to do. With my ADHD brain, that just worked really well for me. I found I could make quick, easy money doing it, so I kept going. I've spent the last couple years traveling and getting as many collabs and content under my belt as possible. Now I've just got like so many videos that I can recycle and like so much content that I still haven't put out from like a year ago. So it kind of just runs itself at this point. Now if I collab with someone, like it has to be the right person, like it has to be of value to my business. Creators will say how hard this work is and like no shade on them, but just personally being real with you, it is the easiest job I have ever done. Like, I'm not saying that to be like, oh my god, you should so do it, because it comes with a lot of downsides too. Like the pressure to stay relevant or like comparing yourself to others, like why is she doing better than me? All of that stuff does take a mental toll, but when someone tells you that this job is hard, I don't think they've worked a hard day in their life. Like try working at a daycare center or a nursing home 40 hours a week, like that is hard work. You just have to be somewhat attractive, be willing to collab with people, and be somewhat good at marketing. You're not going to get rich by putting a couple feed pics up. Like you actually have to put in a little bit of effort. I would say the online stuff is much safer than doing the in-person stuff. But like there's still definitely a risk of sketchy collabs, so make sure you like check references and be very careful, selective with who you collab with. I collabed with this guy who has been full cancelled from the industry for doing awful things to women. There was a whole Twitter dedicated to canceling him, and like they even carved "rapist" on the side of his car without the G. And the thing is, people were so quick to be like, oh, you should have got references from other people, like it's your fault you worked with them. This guy's page was full of the biggest names in corn. Like he had worked with all the biggest creators. You know, he's smart about it. He's not going to target the big creators with the big profiles. He's going to target the small creators who he thinks has less of a say. He was the worst creator I have ever worked with, and just in this industry, there's always going to be men like that who try and take advantage of women. But it's kind of good that I've had a taste of that experience so that I'm much more careful in my FS work now. I will do this in future as long as people are still buying my content and I'm making money. Then I will continue. I have never cared about like being famous or how many followers I have or whatever. I've just always done it for the money. So as long as I'm making money, I will continue. I'm hoping that I have a few property investments and business investments before the money dries up so I can live off the passive income and equity. But I do have a few backup plans for if something were to happen in future, because in this line of work, you really rely on your health, and that could go at any point in time. If I got super ill or broke my leg, like I couldn't see clients. So like you just always have to have, you know, different eggs in different baskets. Did my first reformer Pilates class, like they just have them at my gym. So I tried one. My whole body is still shaking from that. I'm gonna be sore tomorrow.